There's an alien invasion!
Raid all the pencils, papers, and computers!
We have to deliver the work by tomorrow.
I'll sue you!
I do get that now.
And then this is our sentence. This is,
Wait, should we just talk about that for a minute?
Oh, sure.
Oh, yeah.
So, can you in fact sue them?
No, she can't. Because it's an impossibility, because something unfortunate happened that was inevitable, like an alien invasion. They ate all the papers, computers, and pencils, so we can't deliver our work. She can't sue us.
Yeah, that's a kind of a good example, but
Okay.
well, let's say the very thing that you're selling. Let's say that they were selling a boat, okay, and the aliens came and blew up the boat, okay? There is no boat to sell. So you're not going to penalize either party necessarily because the very thing that was the subject of the contract is no longer possible. Now, of course, in some situations you're going to have insurance, and so maybe if they were really far along in the contract and there had been installment payments over a long period of time, you might address the issues of insurance. But, in most cases, if it's like you agree to work for me for and you've signed this contract to work for 2 years, and now the whole plant where you were going to work, or you were going to do an advertising campaign, but now the company is bankrupt, or the whole industry became illegal, well then it's impossible. There's no point for you to work, so it's impossible, so let's just call the contract off. Okay, next.
Okay. Okay,
That's you, yeah.
Sorry. Elvis is back from the basement.
He will think of you every day, every second.
You can prove that.
I'll sue you! This is a little ambiguous. So basically, this scene, Elvis is actually alive. He was just sleeping in a basement. And he promises to think of you every day and every second. And then she says you can't prove that because it's in, what was the proper name?
Illusory.
Illusory. So we'll sue him.
Okay, I'll explain. Okay, so what we're talking about is, if you make a promise in a contract to do something which is so impossible to prove, like, if you give me $100, I'll love you forever. Okay, that's called an illusory promise, right? Because it's like, what? It's so ambiguous, it's so illusory. It's not like a provable thing. I'll be your best friend, or like, I'll be a really good mom. Give me $100,000, I'll be a really good teacher forever. Well, teacher may be measurable, of course I can live up to that. But so contracts for the promises that are impossible to prove, those are going to be a failure of consideration. It's not going to be a valid contract. Don't you have one more?
Yes.
Okay.
Okay.
I'm breathing.
I'll sue you.
If you stop breathing for 10 minutes, I will not pay you.
I'll sue you!
And that's it. So, I'll explain this one. So, he asked, this is something that you have to do anyway, so basically the contract is based on if he stops breathing, then he's not going to pay you or kill you. You can't really do a contract based on something you have to do anyway. So in this case, it's breathing. You have to breathe anyways. Yeah, that's the best example we could come up with.
What was the second one?
The second?
The one was breathing, one was not
I'm
breathing.
breathing, so I'll sue you. And then the other one is like, if you stop breathing, we'll not pay you. Like,
So he's going to sue him again.
yeah.
All right, yeah, so you can't, again, a failure consideration is if you're paying somebody to do something they already have to do, like, I'll give you $1,000 to obey all the laws.